come check it out on my channel. Let's Cook with Michelle. Super easy, doesn't take long, heats up awesome, awesome for leftovers. Come check out my content. I've been working on videos for a while. Let's Cook with Michelle. Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Egg Foo Young, if you've never had it. If you like Chinese food, it's very likely that you would probably like Egg Foo Young. It's basically a big piece of egg with a bunch of vegetables mixed into it. Meat, if you would like to add a meat of choice. And then you put it over rice, and then you make a sauce to put over it. And I absolutely love it. Haven't had it for quite some time. And my kids aren't really big fans, so I'm planning on making it for myself and working on it this week for lunches. So, but I'll show you my ingredients first. So this comes together in the grocery section. It's chicken chow mein. And so you've got the vegetables in here. I've already drained the vegetables. And then the chicken, the sauce comes on top. There's different choices. There's beef chow mein. There's different ones that you can pick from, but I pick the chicken one. But I like it because when you're making Egg Foo Young, this has all the vegetables in it. You don't have to get a bunch of different things. So this already has, I don't know if it lists everything, but I can see bean sprouts, little corn cobs, carrots, red peppers. I'm not sure if there's onions in here or not, but a lot of different things in here, so it just makes it for a nice, easy meal. And I do have a little bit of fresh chopped spinach to add in. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my sauce here in my pan, get it mixed up, make sure it's the way I want it to taste, and then I'm going to just bring it up to temperature back behind me on the stove while we make the Egg Foo Young here. So first thing we're going to do is make the sauce. So I have the chicken with the sauce that it comes with. And if you've seen my videos before, I just taste as I go. I don't usually ever follow an actual recipe. I just taste things and then change it as I go with the flavor profile based on how it tastes. So I've got that in there, and now I have 1 can of cream of, my daughter is here, 1 can of cream of chicken soup. When you're a stay-at-home mom, you're just gonna hear her in the background. I'm gonna whisk them together, I'm gonna taste it. I'm guessing because it's a canned situation, it's probably got a decent amount of salt to it. So I'm going to taste this before I add any hoisin sauce to it to see if it needs any salt before I add that to it. I don't want to have it be too salty. I'm just going to add a tiny bit, but I'm not doing much because, you know, the cream of chicken and that sauce already have some salt to it. But I want to add a little bit more of an Asian. And with this hoisin sauce, if you like going to like the Japanese steakhouses, place like that, this tastes a lot like what they use when they saute up your vegetables, but it is very concentrated. So you don't want to use a lot. It's salty, concentrated. You add just a little bit at a time and then taste it, but a little bit goes a long way. I think that's good. I don't want to salt it anymore. Alright, so first thing I'm going to do is I have 8 eggs. Got those ready to go here. And this does reheat really well for leftovers. Eggs all whisked up. I'm going to go ahead and dump in the vegetables. Like I said, make sure you drain those. A little fresh chopped spinach. Add some pretty green color in there. You know, I love fresh broccoli, things like that, pea pods. This can just comes with so many different things in it that I'm just not going to bother adding anything in. So there is my mixture. And now I've got my shrimp. I have some raw shrimp that I thawed in my fridge, and I've got it setting on paper towel. We'll take a little bit of the moisture out. And so I'm going to go ahead and put this in. And I did cut my shrimp in smaller pieces, each shrimp in about half or a third, so that the shrimp goes a longer way. Alright, so I'm just going to grab a couple scoops of this. And because the shrimp is so small, it's going to cook up pretty quickly. You know, if you cook with shrimp, you know that it cooks pretty easily. So I just make a big one, spread it all out. A little bit more red pepper in there. Make it pretty. Alright. Now we're gonna let that cook for just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and put the lid on it so we can get it to cook through, and we'll come back and check it. Won't take long, maybe, I'll check back in probably about 4 minutes. Okay, so this has been going for probably about 4, maybe 5 minutes. And I made sure I put some extra virgin olive oil down in the bottom of the pan so that this wouldn't stick. And so since I make it just one big one, it's just easier, otherwise they run together. You know, you could make small little pancakes of it, but it's just easier if you just do big sections. So I'm putting the lid on it, just makes it cook a little bit faster for you. And I am gonna hit these with nothing salty, but I'm gonna obviously do a little bit of garlic powder and onion powder. If you've been on my channel, you know I put it in everything. All right, give these a flip. Just make 4 sections here. I cranked this up to medium high, so this is gonna go pretty quickly here. I only need a couple of minutes. Just wanna make sure everything gets cooked through, but my shrimp has a nice pink to it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and take these out, put them on this dish here I've got set to the side. I'll get another batch put in. Oh my gosh, this looks and smells so good. Shrimp. You always got me with shrimp. All right, got the rest of that in there. All right, hit that with the onion powder, garlic powder. Just remember, with all of my recipes, as always, you change it up, the things you like, the things you have on hand. That's what I do. I take a recipe as inspiration, and then I just change it to whatever sounds good to me. You do the same. All right, I've got my rice, just simple steamed minute rice. Use whatever you like. And then, like I said, you could eat this without rice. You could do basmati rice, whatever you like. You could do it without sauce if you'd like, but I'm gonna put some of my sauce on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this second batch here. If you have, you know, you could do this on your Blackstone. If you have like little ring molds like you can do with eggs to make, or pancakes, you know, to make them nice and pretty circles, you could definitely do this with this if you're looking for a prettier presentation, but it's gonna taste the same either way. So I just do the 4 sections and it just makes it nice and easy. And then pop the lid on so that we make sure that that shrimp gets cooked through. So, all right, we'll let that sit there. But I have this all plated up. It's all ready to go. Look at it. Ooh, let's taste it. You can make more sauce, like I said. Have less. You don't have to have a bunch on here, but I like the plain, just steamed rice with it, just because there's so much flavor going on in the egg foo young. The steam, crispy, yummy, fresh shrimp, veggies, eggs, sauce. What's not to love? I absolutely love this. I've loved getting it at restaurants since I was a kid. Highly recommend. Check it out if you go to a Chinese restaurant. Ask about egg foo young. You can try it there or make it at home a lot cheaper. Lots of leftovers. This meal didn't cost me very much at all. So, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it. Please check out my other content. Let's Cook with Michelle. I'm on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. Lots of different things on there. Always open to suggestions. Have a good day. Oh, that's the shit right there. That's the shit. So good.